Hello, we are going to start a new video of the course about GIS for municipality management. We are going to continue speaking about gvSIG Online, that is the integrated platform for creation of spatial data infrastructures. If you are interested in implementing gvSIG Online in your organization, you can contact us to info@gvsig.com. Okay, so I'm going to continue. Here we have the gvSIG Online website. It's an example for demonstrations, and I'm I'm using my user, and I'm going to access to the public viewer. They are the projects that I have, and I'm going to access to dashboard. That are the window where we can manage the projects and the cartography in our gvSIG Online. In this module, we are going to connect gvSIG Online and gvSIG Mobile, and we also are going to show the enumerations that we can use to create forms, to create new layers in gvSIG in an easy way, in gvSIG Online in an easy way. Okay, first of all, we are going to create a new enumeration. From data types, we have enumerations here, and I'm going to create a new one called trees, for example, because I'm going to digitalize different trees in gvSIG Online. So I'm going to create the trees enumeration option in gvSIG. I'm going to add different types of trees, for example, lime, then plane tree, another one that will be maple, and ash tree, and for example acacia. Well, this way, if we use gvSIG Online to create a tree layer, when we are using the GPS in our browser, for example, we can select the different type of trees in our layer, and we don't have to write the different names, so we won't have errors. So we have the enumeration for trees. Well, I'm going to create a new layer. I'm going to create an empty layer that it will be in the data store for Municipality GIS. The resource will be Zurich trees. The title, the same one, Zurich trees. It will be a point layer. The reference system will be 4326, and a field name. The first one will be a text field, and it will be the location, for example, to write the name of the street or the square, etc. And another one that will be in the enumeration. In this case, I'm going to select the trees enumeration that I've created before, and I have both fields in my layer. The layer group will be Municipality GIS. It will be visible, queryable, and I'm going to press next. and the users for writing permissions. In my case, I'm going to select my user and I'm going to save. So I have an empty layer called Zurich trees here. Well, from gvSIG I have this empty layer, and I'm going to connect. Now I'm going to the emulator of gvSIG mobile that I have in my computer. You can use gvSIG mobile in your smartphone because it's available for Android, and you can download gvSIG mobile from the Play Store. And in gvSIG mobile we have the main menu. Here we have we can create nodes, for example image nodes, or we also can create our forms, customized forms. For example, for trees I have created 2 forms, and you can use the map center or the GPS position. If you are using your smartphone, you can use the GPS. I'm using the computer, so I don't have GPS option here. We also can create the project. We can manage the GPS here, and we have the viewer. Here we have the viewer, and we also can import and export information. So, and at this option we can manage the base layers. By default we have OpenStreetMap. First of all, I have to import the information from gvSIG mobile, gvSIG online. From my server of gvSIG online, I have to access to the import option. We have the import and export option, and we have to access to the import option. Then I have to select gvSIG online, and I have the Zurich trees layer here. If you remember, if it's the empty layer, this is the layer from gvSIG online, and I'm going to import this layer. It will be the SQLite that I will have in my gvSIG mobile. So I'm going to accept. It's importing the information from the server, and now I have a local layer in my gvSIG mobile. I can edit this layer, and after finishing editing I can upload the information. So you don't need cover in your mobile phone, or you don't need Wi-Fi while you are editing. So if you finish editing, when you have internet, you can upload the information. So it's very useful for the cities or for the field where you are in the countryside and you don't have cover. You can edit in gvSIG mobile, and when you have Wi-Fi or internet, you can upload the information. So now I'm going to access to the viewer here, and I'm going to keep this button pressed to access to the editing the layers that can be edited. So we have the Zurich trees here, and I'm going to select this option to edit this layer. So I have the Zurich trees layer that I can edit, and if I press only with one click on this button, I can start editing. So I don't have GPS, but I'm going to use the center of my screen, the cross. So we can add a new point with this button. We can press here, and we have 3 options. This option is where I click, I will have a new tree. This option is for the center of the cross, and this option is for the GPS position. So I'm going to use this option now to create a new point for this tree. I'm going to save this point, and I'm going to edit the information, the alphanumerical information of this point. We can check, we can see the information with this option. It's empty, and we can edit the alphanumerical information with this button. So I select here, I can remove this point, I can copy this point, or I can see the attribute table, and I can fill in the information of the attribute table. You can see here the location and the enumeration field, but it's only for gvSIG Online. I can't use the enumeration. I don't have a multi-option here. I don't have the option to select the name of the tree, so I have to write the name. So for example, acacia and location square 1, for example. So I'm going to save the information, and I have my first tree. I'm going to create another one. So I press here, I'm going to select this option now, or this one, so I have to press on the tree. I'm going to save this point, and I'm going to edit the information, the alphanumerical information. Here, the attribute table, square 2, for example, and maple, for example. In gvSIG Mobile, I can't use the name of the trees here, so I can have errors. It's possible, but in gvSIG Online, I can use the enumeration field, so I won't have errors. I'm going to save this option, yeah, and I'm going to finish editing. With this option, I'm finishing editing, and now I'm going to export the information. For example, in gvSIG to gvSIG Online, and I'm going to upload or upload and finish. So I'm going to select this option, upload and finish the information. And now if I go to, I press accept, and I'm going to gvSIG Online. I have the layer groups, and I have Municipality GIS, I have the Zurich trees inside the Municipality GIS. So if I go to the project Municipality GIS about Zurich, I will have the trees, and I have the 2 points that I have created from. I also can change the symbology for the trees. For example, you can see that both trees, we can change the symbology. So from the dashboard, we have symbology, layer styles, and we have the Zurich trees. I'm going to apply, update the style, and I'm going to import from library. For example, from here, I'm going to select this one. I'm going to update to check the information, so we can see here the new symbol, and I'm going to save. And now if I go back to the viewer, we can see the new symbol for the trees. And now I'm going to edit this layer, but from gvSIG Online. In the previous video, we edited the information from gvSIG Desktop and we uploaded to gvSIG, the information to gvSIG Online. But now I'm going to edit this layer from gvSIG Online. It's a basic editing, but we can create new points in an easy way. And this way we can use the enumeration field that I have created. So I'm going to edit layer, the Zurich trees, and I'm going to edit to create a new point. So for example here, or I can use the GPS position. We can use the adding point to center option, or we can insert the point to a new position. So for example here. And here you can see that the location, for example, square 3. And here we have the enumeration with the different type of trees that we can select. For example, plain tree. And I'm going to save. I have the new point. And I'm going to finish editing. And now, if I press the information tool, we have the information for the different trees. The plain tree, square 3, the maple, square 2, and square 1, and acacia. These 2 points have been created from gvSIG mobile, if you remember, and this point has been created with the basic editing from gvSIG Online. And with this option, we are going to finish this video, and we will continue with the next one about gvSIG mobile and gvSIG desktop. See you.